Okay, good morning, guys. Hope you all had a wonderful night rest. Welcome to Tony Sniper's Daily Outlook. I upload the Daily Outlook every single day, Monday to Friday. Now, what's the aim of the Daily Outlook? The aim of the Daily Outlook is to help traders navigate through the Forex market fundamentally and technically. Let's say you're looking to sell a pair, then I give you guys a fundamental reason why that pair would sell or buy. Now you have full confirmation. Even if I don't give you a signal, you can boldly sell or buy that pair. Okay. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the market. So yesterday we had the Japanese yen bank holiday. So USD was actually stronger, but JPY was still giving some kind of movement. Now today, the Japanese yen is back, and we should be expecting a little bit of movement from that side of the market. Okay. Now, for those of you that have been in my DM, because I got over 50 DMs last night of individuals asking me how much is my mentorship, they want to pay for my course, blah, 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 blah. I've told you guys before, and I'll still say it again. You don't need to buy the Trade Like Tony Sniper course if you're enrolling for my 6-month mentorship. Do you understand? If you're enrolling for my 6-month mentorship, you don't need to buy the Trade Like Tony Sniper course, because after the mentorship, you get access to this course for free. Okay. Now, so many informations are here that you would love to want to study when it comes to the course. Okay. Just that the 6-month mentorship, I will explain every single thing, teach you guys new things, open your eyes to fundamental aspect of the market that most people don't pay attention to. Okay. So that's all. You can see reviews from individuals that have gotten it. So let's dive into what we're in here for today. Okay. Now let me head to Fastbull. Remember, I told you guys you can also use Fastbull to check news events, but let's see what's actually going on over there. Nothing really, because at the end of the day, everybody is still looking forward to if Donald Trump and Elon Musk would find gold at Fort Knox, if Donald Trump will be increasing any tariff, if China would be invading Taiwan, or if Donald Trump will be able to finally end the war between Russia and Ukraine. So these are the fundamental events that might take place in March. That is the end of Q1. January, February, March, Q1, April, May, June, July, Q2, August, September, October, Q3, and October, November, December, Q4. Okay. So without wasting much time, let's see what's actually going on. You can actually see futures muted, Trump tariff remarks, gold near record high, and so on. Okay. Bitcoin yesterday dumped. Remember what I told you guys recently? I say Bitcoin has actually been quiet because nothing is really going on there. And I told you guys that what we should be expecting is dump from Bitcoin. Now, the only reason why we should be expecting a dump from Bitcoin is actually because of nothing is actually going on over there. If you watched my daily outlook yesterday, then you shouldn't be surprised about this dump. I told you guys yesterday, you can actually see it. I told you guys yesterday. If you watched my daily outlook, you shouldn't be surprised about this dump, because ever since Donald Trump became the president, he hasn't said anything about Bitcoin. He has not said US will buy Bitcoin, US will do this to Bitcoin. Nothing. The market is just flat. So what do you expect from a market that is flat? Dump. Because all of a sudden, nobody is seeing that market as a safe haven. Nobody is seeing that market as something that they want to invest in. Everybody is looking forward to risks of investment. What are risks of investment? Risks of investment are investment that you invest and you're not scared. They are investments that when done, you're not checking your phone every time to check what's happening in the market. And what are those risks of investment? Safe haven currencies. What are some of the safe haven currencies that are traditional safe haven currency? Gold, JPY, CHF, and USD. Do you understand? Now, if one of these countries are having issue, probably USD, where we investors will focus on JPY, CHF, and gold. Do you understand? Bitcoin is a very risky investment because you can put 10 million today, be it 10 million naira, 10 million cedis, 10 million South African rand, $10 million, and you just wake up from sleep and your money is at 1 million. But gold, if you put 10 million rands, 10 million naira, 10 million Ghanaian cedis, 10 million USD, you can wake up tomorrow, and even if you're losing, at least your money will still be left with 9.9 million. Maybe you've lost just 100,000. Do you understand? So that's why those are risks of investment, and investors prefer that over the normal traditional cryptocurrency that every single individual is buying. Okay, so that's why this dump actually happened on crypto. I told you guys yesterday the market has actually been flat for a while, and I think the market is due for a massive retracement to the downside. So hopefully when Donald Trump is done with whatever he's doing, then maybe he will focus on crypto and start saying things concerning the crypto markets that would encourage people to invest in. Okay, now let's head to USD So yesterday we were actually selling USD and the market hit TP1, retraced back to our entry, came back to hit TP1, retraced back and took us out completely. Now I want you guys to understand something. For the market to hit TP1 twice, that's over 50 pips. Let's say immediately you hit TP1, you closed and the market retraced back, and after I sent that video, you entered again and you hit TP1 and you closed again. Do you understand? Now, you don't need to be worried about what happened. What does this formation clearly tells us? A wedge pattern, the market spiked up, immediately dipped back into this zone again. Because don't forget, the market is currently on a very strong demand zone, right? This is the daily time frame. The market is on a very strong demand zone, and a lot are happening over there. And what did I tell you guys? Whenever BTC is dumping, investors are starting to move from a riskier investment to risks of investment. What are risks of investment? JPY, CHF, USD, gold. Now, at the moment, if Donald Trump mentions anything that would favor the USD, investors will run to USD. If Donald Trump doesn't say anything or the USD is looking kind of uncertain, investors will run to JPY, CHF, and gold. Do you understand? So that's what's actually going on. So let's look at USD CHF. Then I'll come back to USD JPY to update you guys on something. Now, if you clearly go on USD CHF, you can clearly see that this market is currently also where market is also at a very strong demand level, a very strong major demand level. Do you understand? So anything can happen here. Two things can either happen. Either number one, the market spikes back to this side, then crash fully, or the market breaks below here, or the market breaks below here, comes back to test here, then melts. Regardless of whatever happens, we should be looking for dump on this pair, except if Donald Trump and Elon Musk find the gold at Fort Knox, then everybody will be bullish on the dollar. If Donald Trump is able to end the war between Russia and Ukraine, everybody will be bullish on dollar. If Donald Trump is able to end the conflict between Chinese and USA fighting over Taiwan, everybody will move to the USD. So I want you guys to always be fundamentally inclined whenever you're taking a trade on the market, whenever you're looking forward to take a long trade in the market, except maybe you're just day trading or you want to just take a trade and hold for like 1 hour or 2 hours, then you're closing. But if you're looking to make good amount of money from the market, you need to be fundamentally inclined. You need to understand what is happening. You need to know the impact of certain economy and what will be the effects to the currency. Okay, so moving back to USD JPY, I'll continue to sell this pair, although I would wait for New York session. Immediately New York session forms, then we'll continue to sell USD JPY. So let's see what will happen. Probably maybe we might see like one more push to this point, then a huge dump, or another scenario that we can actually see is the market consolidating here, then a huge dump to the downside. But regardless of whatever happened, I'll give you guys the entry. Okay, now moving to US oil, I told you guys yesterday nothing really is going on US oil also, except maybe something happened with the Canadian dollar, or OPEC does something that will affect the US oil. Since Donald Trump said US oil was too expensive, the market has actually been dumping aggressively from 80 down to 70 ever since he said US oil was too expensive, guys. Excuse me. Now let's move to the USD. Now moving to the USD, what can you clearly see? A downtrend, but the market is currently where? Also at a very strong minor. This is a minor demand. This is where the major demand is located. The market is at a very strong minor demand zone, and the market is still looking what? Bearish, because this is a lower high, a wedge formation, another lower high has been formed here, so you want to see more dump to the downside. So regardless, I think the New York session today will be very interesting. Now, moving forward to gold, gold is currently testing our trend line and is actually respecting the trend line perfectly. Okay, perfectly. That was a huge retracement, and that shows you that what this bull market might not be over for gold. Okay, this bull market might not be over for gold. So let's see what's going to happen over here. Okay, let's see what's going to happen, because if you're currently selling gold at the moment, you should be asking yourself why are you selling gold? What is happening fundamentally that will make you sell gold? A lot of things that are happening, a lot of uncertainty that are going on in the market should be encouraging you to be buying gold. Every sell you see, you're buying. Every sell you see, you're buying. Until Donald Trump and Elon Musk, or the United States of America in general, are able to find gold in Fort Knox, then that would give investors and traders confidence that they should just move into what? USD. Now let's move to AUDSD. So I gave you guys the sell yesterday, and for those of you that actually took this sell on AUDSD, you should actually be in profits. Okay, now this market will continue to dump. From the look of things, the market will continue to dump, and if you want to take it, feel free to take it. If you missed, let's say you missed the entry on NZUSD, you can take this sell here, put your SL above here, and write the market down to this part here. Okay, for NZUSD, because if AUDUSD is selling, NZUSD has no choice than to be selling also. But if you're already in AUDUSD, just continue to hold the market, and I'll keep you guys updated if anything comes up. Tomorrow I'll be releasing the price for the mentorship, and it's going to be a 6-month mentorship, although I'll give you guys a time frame, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, so you guys can actually pay, and I'll add everybody to the Telegram channel. I'll find a way to make it easier so that people from South Africa, Ghana, London, US, Uganda, Cameroon, Kenya, Rwanda, they can all pay. So I'm looking for a payment processor that would make everything easier for everybody, okay? Because not everybody have a Nigeria bank account. Not everybody know how to utilize cryptocurrency, okay? So that's what we're gonna do, and hopefully we'll make a lot of money from the markets. Love you guys so much. Do have a wonderful day, guys. Peace. So I'll keep you guys updated. If I just notice anything in the market, I'll give you guys a signal.